Hey y'all, welcome to Blunt Talk. This is Daniel. How we doing? So this is the 15th episode. 15 episodes. When I started this was a long shot, but hey, we made it this far, so let's go with it. Let's keep it rolling. Today is gonna be a non-sports episode. For the sports fan that listen to me, I'm sorry, boo-hoo. But for the people that listen to me that want to hear me talk about something else in sports, this is your time to shine. So without further ado, let me introduce one of my good friends from college, none other than Mark Buckley. How we doing, Mark Buckley?
How you doing? What's
Buckley.
going on? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I play sports, but I'm not. I'm not a big sports fan. I don't follow too much.
But
But
if someone would have to ask you, what's your favorite sport? What would you
soccer and
answer?
wrestling. Soccer and
Soccer and
wrestling.
wrestling. All right,
Yeah.
soccer. Because we hit off the at Ryder, like we would play soccer a couple times. I remember from like
Yeah, oh yeah,
years.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was
It was
fun.
definitely beneficial for me and Schron to live at Westville next to the soccer field because then it
Oh,
was just like a 2 minute walk.
and dude, you had to take advantage of the turf field. I mean,
It's a
it's
nice
such a
view.
nice
It's a really
feeling.
nice
You're not
view.
gonna have it forever. So,
But
anyways,
well, how's your quarantine been, my guy?
it's been pretty good. I've been quarantined with my girlfriend Nicoletta, uh,
Mhm.
mainly, and we've been we've been to the Poconos, going to the beach, trying to get away from all the populated stuff.
I feel you. I feel
Hiking,
you.
hanging at the house, obviously.
Yeah.
Binge watching a lot of series, which I'm sure we'll end up getting into a little later.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, it's definitely I managed to find a job during quarantine. I just recently, literally like a week ago, so that's
Okay,
awesome.
okay, okay.
Um,
Talk about that. How'd it work? How's it going?
Good. Yeah. So I start in like a week and a half. I move out of from Ewing. I live in Ewing,
Mhm.
and I move out literally a week, like actually this weekend, and then after that I start work a week after that. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
time for me to mortgage, loan
But I
off.
mean, at least it's just like 1 week of like rest and then all right, back into working. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be living down in Cape May.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'll be
It's
chilling
gonna
on the beach.
be. Do you know if it's gonna be remote work for now, since of like
Yeah,
still technically everything? Okay, okay,
yeah, it's pretty cool. But
okay.
that's pretty much been my quarantine. How you been doing? I'm assuming.
Me, bro,
Yeah.
my quarantine just got really good recently because they finally put the hoops back up on the park that I normally play basketball at.
Oh, true, true.
So I've finally started shooting around, mollywopping the competition. To be fair, this summer I'm still undefeated. I'm still undefeated. So I'm
I
gonna
see
keep
you.
I'm gonna keep it like that.
I
Let's
know
see
you
how
were
that
better
goes.
than me when I tried hitting the courts. Oh man, I'm
Mhm.
too short for basketball. Not me. Not my game.
Hey man, later on we're gonna talk about the legendary moment of you joining our team for intramural basketball,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's for later on the podcast. But really, pretty much like I've been like working out wise. Like for me, it's been just doing like whenever I remember, because I'm not gonna lie, I very rarely remember to like do exercises and things like that
hmm
besides
Well,
basketball. Well, I've been
it's
just
you
doing
play enough
like,
basketball and it keeps you skinny and
mhm,
lean at least.
yeah, I've been
Yeah.
doing jailhouse workouts basically, doing a couple push-ups, sit-ups whenever I remember.
Yeah, you've been in my jailhouse.
You got a
Jake.
nice gym, my guy. Like for an in-house gym, last minute like idea type, whatever. That's a
And
nice
I
gym.
got the bands now too. The
Okay.
resistance bands, so
Mhm,
they're like they make it so much better.
mhm,
Love the resistance bands, but
mhm.
yeah, man, I've been listening to a lot of music. I know I want to talk to you about that a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I've been listening to music nonstop, honestly, and now I have my speaker, and I've been bumping at the park when I play basketball. It's just like 2 hours straight of my music, and I'll be like, yeah, okay. Because
Got a
like
nice
you know
little
when you
speaker with you?
suddenly just put your playlist on shuffle, and then like some songs pop up, and you're like, bruh, I forgot about this song.
Yeah, it's been a while. Sometimes it's like you listen, and it's like, all right,
Mhm.
now I can bump to this for like a few weeks until I get sick of it, and then you move
Like
on to something else.
the first couple songs that I forgot about. I hate to admit it, but I forgot a little bit of some of the songs of the Revenge of the Dreamers album from like J Cole's like label, because I had specific ones on there that were like nonstop every day. But then like the other ones, I just forgot. So like they popped up recently, and I've been like, let me just listen to the whole album again.
Yeah, I've been on a J Cole wave during quarantine. J Cole and Wiz Khalifa. I've been listening.
Khalifa dropped that new album, and that new album is fire.
Oh yeah. There was the Saga, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I was listening because he dropped. I think it was a single. He dropped Contact before that,
Mhm.
and then what else did he drop? He dropped Contact and something else. forget. But I was listening to them before he released the album, and then he released the album. Oh, Still Wiz is good. I think that's my favorite.
Still Wiz.
I just love.
That's
I
my
love the
jam, yo.
with
That's one of
Still
the
Wiz.
first songs in that album I always play.
Yeah, that's great. I've been bumming that. I put that on my workout playlist.
No, the beat for that is perfect. And the Taste Freestyle. Have you heard the Taste Freestyle?
Yeah.
That's another one that I love.
Um, but yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Snow on the Bluff. That's it's for J. Cole because going back forgetting
That's
about.
a weird song for me because I understand what he did. You obviously you know what happened with the whole situation. Like he's basically calling out No Name and whatever happened. Like he's just whatever. I don't like the song as a song. Do you know what I mean? In a sense, it's
No,
a weird,
it doesn't.
it's a weird vibe
Like,
beat. Like I like the beat, like sonically and instrumentally wise, like that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But then like, cause like the way the tone he's got when he's rapping in the song, and then the fact that's like, the screenshots you would see online before you listen to it, like on Twitter, I bet you like you saw or something, you saw on social media something saying, "Oh my God, J. Cole said this on the song," and it was just screenshots. That's it. That's the whole song. It's not. It's only screenshots. It's not even like a full song. So
it's meant to solely be lyrical. Like it's meant just to get a message out, and that's kind of that was the purpose of that song. I mean,
and he received a lot of backlash for it, and I was like, bro, chill. This man's done songs like Crooked Smile, like talking about. You can't tell me he
Dreamville,
just
even with Dreamville, Under the Sun and stuff like that. Great song. Down Bad. That was awesome.
That whole album. Costa Rica, I play it every day when I shower. I'm not lying.
Yeah, but yeah. So I've been pretty much shuffling him a lot and Wiz. Really like the new album. Have pretty much more than half the album I have favorites. Yeah. So
I saw that you on the list that we made. I saw you mentioned Joyner Lucas the Will song. I saw that was popping up, but I never heard that.
You never heard that?
I never heard that.
You know what's funny? So he released it, and it's actually really good. You watch the music video. It's like him going through all the movies that Will Smith was in. It's about Will Smith. Yeah, it's actually really good. But what's great is then Will Smith like
on the remix, right?
Yeah, made a remix. They're like video chatting, like, "Oh man, now it makes me want to rap or whatever." And then Will Smith did it, and he actually killed it. I think, bringing back some oldies, but yeah, Will Smith he killed it. I liked it.
Okay. I'll definitely check it out then, because it's popped up on my Spotify, and I've been meaning to click on it, but I just forgot, honestly.
Yeah, no, I like that. Joyner's also, he's been popping off a lot lately. Not just with the Will, but with everything he's been doing. And I've been listening to
this album like last year or this year?
It's not now. It's just that was a single. Are you talking about Will?
No. Like the most recent project he did was his first album, I believe, right? It's the one that I'm blanking. It's the song he did with Logic. You remember he did a song with Logic?
Yeah, ADHD.
Yeah, so that song was from a specific album he released like at least a year ago, but I don't remember.
Are you talking about ISIS, the song with Logic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one he did with Logic. Sorry, I don't know.
So that song ISIS was on his last album. That's what I was referring to. So I just didn't remember if the album was this year, last year, even though that song is pretty old. But
yeah, I'm trying to see when that. Oh yeah, it was this year. It was 2020.
2020.
Yeah, it was 2020.
Okay.
Actually, a lot of solid stuff dropped once 2020 hit. I feel like it was the year that people that every artist was like, okay, this has got to be one of the biggest albums. It's 2020. You know what I mean? Even though 2020 hasn't really been the year for anyone.
That's what I mean. This pandemic kind of screwed it over, in my opinion, because like recently, like new projects that you heard, I don't think like there's that much. You know what I mean? At the start of the year, it was like every weekend, but now it kind of dimmed down, obviously, because people were dealing with the pandemic.
But you would think there'd be more since like these artists are quarantined. Like you think they'd
be more producing of actual content, but releasing is a different matter.
Yeah.
Think about it. You're trapped in your house, quarantine. You're gonna want to record music then, but releasing music is up to your own point. Like talk about Schron, for example. Schron, me living with him, he would record a song every week. Did he release a song every week?
No.
Exactly.
the man would take forever to release the song.
Hey, he's got his mixtape almost done. So soon.
No, I can't wait to. Oh my God, Schron. Yeah, he's a banger too.
Hmm.
So many bangers. I love it.
I started playing Sean songs in the park when I be hooping, and people be like rapping, bumping their heads, and I'm like, I know it, I knew it.
You probably have people coming up and asking too. I'm sure.
Oh, all the time, bro, all the time. It's the best.
Yeah.
Bop by the Baby. I don't know what's my problem with that, but every day when I wake up or like when after I shower, after I breakfast, sometime in the morning, it just comes in my head and I start singing the lyrics like a bop in my head. It's not playing, but it's in my head. It's in my head.
The Baby, like, I feel like he has like a lot of stuff that makes you wanna like just dance and move.
I know what you mean.
Like, you know, move your head and kind of like the rhythm gets stuck in your head. He has that kind of music.
How do you feel about the Baby and like the argument that people say he's got the same flow?
Kinda, yeah, maybe a little bit, but like I don't think it's the same exact kind of flow. Like he does match well with what he's behind, you know, with what's behind him. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like it's that flow with his voice, because like you know what I mean. He's got a voice with a tone, and he uses it to advantage the way he raps. But then it kind of just sounds the same in a bunch of songs. Well, he's got songs that are different though. He's got songs that are different.
He does. But yeah, he has that same kind of like. Yeah, I could see that, I guess. Same kind of tone, I guess I should say.
What else? We got Jack Harlow.
I wanted to mention Jack Harlow. Have you listened to just I know you mentioned What's Poppin', Brand New Whip Something.
That's my favorite Jack Harlow song. You know who put me on Jack Harlow? Schron put me on because he was bumping his last project, and I was like, who's this white guy? Like, who's this man spitting right now?
You don't know who put me on it?
Have you heard Sunset?
Yeah.
Sunset is me and Sean's jam, yo.
Jack Harlow. Wait, you know who put me on Jack Harlow?
Who?
Tyler.
Really?
Yeah, he put me on. Hey, Tyler and you remember Frog. Tyler and Frog. Yeah.
But no, Jack Harlow had that last album. I haven't heard it completely, but like the few songs that I vaguely remember, they're fire.
Yes, I'd say Sundown and What's Poppin' are the two.
Okay.
It seems like he has a lot that going on though, like Moana, and I want to see some ass.
He was trending on Twitter like a week or two ago because apparently like it was like during like the Black Lives Matter, and then someone like called him out, but then he's like, bro, blah blah blah. Something happened with his profile picture, and he's like, bro, you can see my profile picture. I'm pale as shit.
I didn't expect that. Like when I heard him originally, and then I saw the music video, and it's like, wait, that's him.
The problem is with his voice. He just doesn't fit what he actually looks like. You know what I mean? So like when you see him, you're like, wait, this is the guy that's rapping right now.
But and also Lil Wayne. I've been I don't know if you listen to like Mahogany and stuff like that.
I forgot about Lil. I sadly to say I forgot about Lil Wayne's like last project he did.
His Funeral that was dropped in 2022. So I'm saying, and that was also pretty good. You got Mahogany, Mamma Mia, you know. I think those were my favorites. And
not gonna lie though, my issue was the start of the quarantine. Like, I just was off music because I was just chilling first, and then like I finally got my speaker, the charger back. Cause fun story, I left it at Ryder, this charger. So when we moved out, like I didn't bring it with me for some reason. I just left my speaker charger.
So you had to get a whole new charger, or did you get a new speaker?
Oh, when we moved everything out of the dorm, I grabbed the charger, and I'm finally able to use my speaker. That was the issue.
Oh, okay.
So like albums like the Eminem new album that I know you're probably gonna tell me that you loved and everything. And the Lil Wayne album, and there's albums that I haven't gotten to because I forgot about them. But now I have a speaker, so I'll be actually able to like enjoy them perfectly.
I did want to circle back to that, by the way. I did want to say, you know, I had to mention Eminem. I was gonna start with that, but I had to mention it.
Hey man, you're like one of the biggest diehard Eminem fans I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am. I still haven't seen him live. That pisses me off.
Really? I feel like you would by now.
I should have. I know. I don't know. He better tour again. Like after this whole coronavirus.
Hey, just pray because the man's getting a little old for that.
I know he's getting old. That's why I hope he tours again. He's underrated now. He's not as He's not as popping as he used to be. Like,
It's not even that. I feel like he's at the point of his career where he don't even have to tour. Because normally, if you tour, it's because you're trying to gain people. If you're Eminem, you're at that level where you're just like,
you're just touring to satisfy your fans that
yeah,
are already
or
your
like
fans.
just because you want to tour and actually do a concert. So if he's not doing concerts, it might be he's like good off that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he toured, or he started a tour with his new album because that was released in 2022. I think.
How about Kamikaze? Did he do a tour or anything?
Yeah, he did a
That's
tour.
the thing. In the last two years, he's done 3 albums.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he has to tour at least. He's got to do it one more time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
at least like a retirement tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
at least
cool.
I catch that retirement tour.
A retirement tour would be good for him.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry he's been
I was
popular.
watching his freestyle, and I saw a freestyle of him on Instagram, and I started looking at some freestyles. He kills it with those freestyles. But he does, just like you said about the baby.
Denzel, actually, the problem is for freestyle Denzel, you're gonna get the same flow because that's his go-to freestyle.
Yeah,
I've known Denzel Curry for a long, but if you go deep into his music, he's changed like a lot though.
Yeah.
Because did you hear Taboo? Do you remember that project or not?
I don't think so.
That was like dark, grimy, like not like.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that. That was. It's spelled weird. Now I remember.
Suicidal flow, like that album. And then before that, it's just a bunch of him just doing his Meek Mill thing, just screaming, rapping like nonstop.
Yeah, I think he killed it with Zoo. Yeah, that was after Taboo.
Off the soup.
Yeah.
Soup. Yeah, that's one of my jams. I love Wish.
Album though, Speedboat, Ricky, Zoo. You know that whole album.
Oh, the whole album's perfect. That's what I mean. And
car jams, you know.
It's been a lot of classics for me too this quarantine. Like I had a lot of JC, Biggie. Have you heard Check the Rhyme by Tribe Called Quest?
No.
You have to, because you know who Tribe Called Quest is, or you heard of Tribe Called Quest.
I've heard, yeah. I recognize that. I don't know.
Maybe that's like the most like back and forth. It's like if you want to hear two rappers go like blah 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 and like in a perfect way of a rap song, that's the song for you. Trust me. Check the Rhyme. It's a vibe. And then you got Running by Forsyth. Schron put me onto Forsyth. Bro, can't keep running away. It's just catchy. Like, trust me. I'll send them to you.
Donald Trump. You said.
Bro, fun story. The first day I went to the park to play basketball, that's the first song I play off the speaker. And then there's these little kids shooting a ball in the other court, and they start singing the lyrics. And I'm like, nah.
I got to turn it off now. That's funny.
But that's kind of it for me, really, from like music. Do you have any final thoughts or any like last thing you want to say?
Oh, I did want to mention. You know the song "High Right Now"?
Honestly,
hold up. It's just this one like I don't even really follow that artist right now. Or no, hold on. Yeah, it's like Wiz Khalifa's on it, but it's by Tyler Yahweh. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but
if Wiz Khalifa's on it, I'll definitely check it out though. Yeah,
it's a really great song, and it follows Green Day though, right?
Yeah, I know Green Day.
It follows the song. I think it's Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Yeah, Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Okay.
It like follows that rhythm, and if you watch the music video, it even has the lead singer in Green Day. So
definitely, as soon as we finish this podcast and like we're done recording everything, I'm gonna go through all the songs in here and just look at the music videos like you told me.
Definitely, yeah. Nicoletta showed me that one. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all for like. I mean, I could talk about music for hours.
I know, I feel you.
But yeah, let's since we graduated and shit, let's talk about. Bro,
it's been a ride our college experience, bro. Cause like the way it started and the way it ended now, like not everyone in their life is gonna be able to say, yeah, I graduated during a pandemic.
That's what I'm saying. I want the top of my cap. You know how girls do the decorate.
I know what you mean. They decorated at the time.
Like survived the 2020 pandemic.
Yo.
Happy graduation on our walk. Don't we walk on November 1st or something?
Yeah, we walk on November 1st, actually. I'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope to see you there.
Yeah. If it all goes according to plan and our country doesn't go to smokes because of this pandemic having a second wave or whatever.
Pandemic, civil wars, I don't know. Whatever happens. Bug infestations. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. But I can say that I enjoyed college. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I can
for
say I
sure.
enjoyed college. That's the one thing.
And the reason you were was it was Ant that was pushing me in the shopping cart that one night, right?
Yeah, so I remember that because first off, I don't know how you guys had a shopping cart in that house, but basically, Aunt grabbed it and we found you, and then I don't even know like if I was you in your situation, I would have said hell no to that.
One too many drinks may do
Yeah, yeah.
it.
But we basically went around the whole house, right?
Yeah, you guys like lifted me around the whole house,
Mhm.
and then I said, "Look, steps." Push me down. You're like, all right. Took me through. Don't worry, guys. I was safe. I
No,
landed on.
no, yeah, you landed perfectly. You landed on your feet and everything. I remember seeing that live, and I was like, no, like that was awesome. That was legit awesome. And the fact that you landed on your feet and then like we're like,
I was like, ah. That's funny. And what like? See, Matt, you wanted to talk about. You remember Mattress Wars?
bro, freshman year in like Conover, like in the second floor. So
Yeah.
basically, what we did like the first week, this was very stupid. I have a Snapchat story saved of it. It's a terrible video because like it was like the only one I saved. But basically, we would grab our mattresses from our dorm beds and then be on the opposite side of the hallway.
This was in
At
Conover? Why
Conover,
did I not
second
hear
floor.
this?
First week of classes, bro. We
Oh, it's the
grabbed
first week of classes. Okay.
we grabbed our mattresses, one end of the hall and the other, and then we just ran. We just ran straight into it.
Actually sounds fun. I kind of want to do
It didn't turn out as perfectly because like we both would just like but
that.
like it was pretty ignorant. That's what I will say. And we did a couple times, and then because of that, that same night, it's kind of terrible that I did this, but I pranked my roommate. I took his mattress and I ended up putting it like the opposite side of the hallway. So like I lived in the B wing, but we lived in the corner. So you remember Conover was like an L shape for the corner.
Yeah.
So it was the opposite side, like the C wing. I left his mattress there.
It's that kind of ignorant stuff you got to do starting out.
Yeah. No, it was all fun though. He got me back. He took my mattress, put it downstairs. I was like, you win.
That's great.
The
But yeah.
concerts, yo, we had some crazy concerts.
Oh my God, I know. That was fun. What was your favorite out of all
My
four?
favorite,
Well, let's
ASAP
name
Ferg.
the four. What
ASAP Ferg. ASAP Ferg. I had to say ASAP
what was
Ferg.
your least favorite?
I'm blanking out because junior year we had Ty Dollars. No, no, no. Senior year
We
was
had Travis Scott, was freshman year Travis Scott?
freshman was Travis Scott. Sophomore was ASAP Ferg.
ASAP Ferg.
We had Young Ma, PNB Rock.
A Boogie with the Hoodie.
He was senior year, right?
Yeah, but that was one of them. Junior year was.
It was the guy from the guy from. Wow, I'm blanking on the song. Leave me alone, yeah. You remember that song? It was just popping our junior year, and then they decided to grab the guy. Flip the narrow, flip the narrow, flip the narrow. It was Flip the Narrow, Young Ma, and PNB Rock that year, I believe.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that year, I'm pretty sure. Why do I not remember that one that much? I don't know. I'd say ASAP Ferg was my favorite too.
Yeah.
And
You remember how that went down, right? Because we were like, at least it was me and Schron. We were at Daly's. We were eating our dinner. We were just talking about, okay, let's get ready for Ty Dolla $ign for a concert. Let's go. Okay.
and then
And
bam,
everyone's talking like, yo, you heard ASAP Ferg, ASAP Ferg. And we're like, what?
it made it so much more hype. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I mean. No one last minute that was like change of plans. All because Ty Dolla $ign got stuck in an airport.
That made the concert a million times better, I think.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying I'm not a Travis Scott fan, but I think that was probably my least favorite. Just
I
because
didn't like Travis Scott, bro. He didn't.
the performance live wasn't that great. He was like what, an hour late?
An hour and
left
30
an
minutes
hour
late.
early.
An hour and 30 minutes late.
Yeah, an hour and 30 minutes late, and then left early. And I was just like,
I didn't stick around to the end of that. I remember I was
I don't
with
think I did either.
I was with Francesco and Devin for that one, and then we were like, all right, let's go to Crans. I was like, yeah.
But yeah, those where I miss those days.
That was lit though, cause like last two concerts, you guys would come through to Westville, and then it was like the pregame there, and then we would just go straight
Westville was the
walking.
place. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Walks to the concert were the best. I don't know why, but I remember the walk to the concert from Westville to the concert the most.
Yeah. I never liked how there's people that would leave like an hour early to wait in line, because I get it, you want to get front row.
Yeah.
And whatever, but like, I don't know, like, my
wait.
way of thinking of it is if you guys show up that early and wait like that long, and then you're either gonna be just tired of standing up or just like using all your phone battery or something's gonna go for you.
And then you're gonna want to leave early because you feel like you've been there too long.
Exactly. So showing up a little bit late for that is just perfect, because even though you don't get the best spot, you're still there, and then you can be there for the longest time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And
we did a lot of hiking, my
that's rip to those back trails, man. Like
behind our school, I love the fact that our school had that huge trail that we had in the back.
So convenient. Yeah, it was so long, and we actually, like, we only for the most part we're back there for like the shorter part of the trail, but there was like a lot more to that trail. There was like this piney part and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we got the hammocks. We would bring the hammocks back there and set them up.
I remember that.
There's
Bro,
cool
if I'm not mistaken, didn't that lead all the way to TCNJ?
Yeah, no, not to TCNJ. It went to this high school. It was like this other school on the other side of the woods.
Okay. But I remember you just mentioned the moon spot. The view from there is perfect, because like it's just like a big open field surrounded by the trees, and you could just see the moon. It's beautiful. Oh, yeah. It's just beautiful, my God. But the amount of areas, because it was pretty big. It's basically a forest if you think about it. It was just a forest behind a campus, so you could go hiking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so nice. So nice. Mm-hmm. That's the reason me, Pat, and Kyle all like that. They were my roommates for a bit. Mm-hmm. But they packed, they bought hammocks and I bought hammocks, and we just literally came back there and we just relax. And I'm pretty sure you came with us a few times too.
I came. Yeah. No, it was very chill. It was really chill, honestly.
But that's gonna miss those woods. But
yeah. Hey, maybe one day we'll like just like all group up as a squad and.
Yeah. But speaking back, I'm gonna circle back to Conover.
Okay.
But what about Handy?
Bro, our RA freshman year was, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think the hatred in that situation was all going, like everyone hated her or despised her, and she hated or despised or had something against every person.
I don't hate anyone, I dislike people. But she wrote me up a ticket, multiple tickets for things I didn't do. So I was like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I have to pay for stuff I didn't do. For being loud, I was in my room studying. She gave me a ticket for being loud. Like, come on. She gave everyone in the hall tickets. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Or whatever it was, fees or whatever they called them. But
that's the most memorable like relationship I remember my 4 years of college of an RA with like there's like the people that live in the hallway. You know what I'm trying to say? It was just I was like it was blasphemous, just blasphemous.
It's an interesting relationship for sure.
It is. Bro, okay, so first semester of senior year, they did intramural basketball at Ryder, but the way they did it was a 3-on-3 league. So you could only have 3 people on the court, and you had to have bench people. Throughout the whole semester, me, Schron, and Anthony never had a bench player show up of the people that we had on our team. You were the only person that showed up, and when you showed up, you were balling, my G. You were on defense, clapping people, clamps with the clamps. And you scored. Did you score at least once?
Did I?
Once, I think. You got one.
I might have. I don't know. I was playing a lot of defense. I think one of my biggest things was I managed somebody's taking the shot, and I managed to jump up and like grab it like at front like mid shot or mid pass or something. Yeah. And I was like, I don't got hops. I don't got height, but
you definitely came clutch that day because you didn't show up on time, but you showed up right when we were both we were all gassed, and Sean's like, bro, please, I beg you, get it.
It worked out nice. Yeah. Actually, I had a really fun time doing that. I really had, like, I used to play basketball a little bit with my friends when they were young because they liked playing it, like from my friends from town. But I never thought I was too good at that. I was always like, let's play soccer. And everyone's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
I just love sports in general. I'll play any sport.
That's what I'm saying.
If
Like,
you
I'll
have
play
the opportunity. Yeah, I'll say if you have the opportunity to be like with people and play a sport, then I'll do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm up for it.
I just like staying active. And sports make that easy. So.
Oh, they do. And talk about sports. We played soccer, like we mentioned before we started recording, but we played soccer because, like, me and the guys, we had our dorm building that was right next to the soccer field. So that was just mad convenient, and you joined a couple times too.
Oh, I love that. That was fun. I just love taking shots at the net. I had my cleats even with me all the time. No, maybe not all the time. But I had my cleats, and I tried getting use out of them. I bought brand new ones. I tried joining club soccer freshman year.
Freshman year?
Yeah.
I was a part of it basically junior year.
It was fun. The tryouts were exhausting.
Yeah. I didn't like practice. I'm not going to front. Practice for that, it was a little too stamina, and it was back to like because I wasn't playing sports like that. So it was me getting back to like sports shape, and I was like, bro, I can't do this. And the practices were just too late. So I was like, I kind of should be doing my homework.
I had to focus on other stuff. So like, I literally just stopped after tryouts. Like I did the tryouts, and I was just like, maybe I shouldn't because that was like, it was just a lot. You had to take a lot of time out. So I was like, I'll just play intramural, just whatever. And then intramural was fun.
Yeah, I did intramural soccer my freshman year. That was the only time I did it.
Yeah, that's fun.
We had a bunch of barbecues at Westville.
Barbecues, at Westville, and plus
we had the grill, so like it was
at our house too a little bit. Remember
I remember barbecues at your house too. That was lit.
Barbecues with the freestyle sessions.
That's what I mean. And then we had a full squad, and everyone was taking turns and everything. Those freestyle sessions are probably my favorite part about college because it didn't matter the group of people that were together. If it was either me, Schron, or someone that'd be like, "Hey, yo, let's freestyle." You would be about it, and then everyone would be bopping their head. And if someone did something that was like, "Wait, what did you just say?" Like, we would call the person out, but we would still be like, "Nah, keep going."
That would probably be me. I mean, I can put words together, but they sometimes.
Hey, you're not terrible, Mike. You can keep it going for a while, okay? There's people that don't even try.
Since we practice a lot, you guys got me into it so much that like maybe I did get a little better, but thanks to you guys, you and Sean.
I remember the first time we heard you rap, Sean's like, Mark Buckley got that flow, like that Mark Buckley flow, and I was like, and then next time that we freestyle, he's like, that's what I mean, and I was like, oh, it's just like at first you just started saying very repetitive with your flow, but then you improved. You really did improve.
I did pick it up a little bit. I can kind of do it on the whim now. You know what I mean? Like I remember in the beginning of college, like I don't know. I could get one or two sentences out, and I was like, but like now I can kind of like drop it, pick it back up, drop it, pick it back up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the last thing we have on here is Puerto Rico, because you, me, and Tyler went to Puerto Rico for spring break our junior year.
Yeah, that was fun. I'd have to say that was the funnest time. Oh my God, that was the funnest trip I've had with my friends ever. I'm telling you, that was the funnest, by far the funnest trip I've had with my friends. Everything from hiking I noticed it was in your pilot podcast, that picture.
Yeah.
I'm in there. You see me in there, you guys should, take a look.
That hike was awesome, bro.
But yeah, that was so fun. We like cliff dove into like this river in the jungle. Dude, I love where you're from, man.
Thank you.
I love it.
For me, it was lit because I hadn't been back in PR for so long since we moved here. So like being back there was like, wow, I've never been able to like experience it like this, being like a tourist. You know what I mean?
It was pretty awesome. Oh, we did the booze cruise, all that, the snorkeling, tubes under the cliffs or the caves.
We went to like a couple of like the malls and like different classes and things like that.
We hit like 7 different beaches in one day and drove around the entire.
Oh yeah, you and me Tyler and David basically went from we were in San Juan, like that area. We went a little bit to the east. Then we went to the middle. So we went to Dorado. We were in Dorado. We were at that beach. And then after that, we just went straight to Mayagüez. We chilled there for a bit, and then we were like, I mean, it's kind of late. Let's go back home. And then we got back that day, like 3 a.m.?
Late. I think I thought it was like 4 or 5 in the morning.
But we managed to do
I remember driving at 3
island.
I was like, oh my God. It's such a last-minute decision.
It was such a last-minute decision, but it was lit, honestly. It was perfect for, like, the whole – like, it was just perfect because, like, you guys never been there, so you actually been able to say, yeah, we went around the whole island. Sure, we didn't stop everywhere, but we still went around the whole island.
No, been to a large part of the island. That's all that matters. Yeah, that was so fun. I want to go back. Yeah, and we're going back.
Yeah, eventually.
If you're going back,
I'm trying to get a job first. I'm trying to get a job first, and then I can actually plan that shit.
Yeah, I'm saving money, so we'll be able to ball out a little more when we go.
Okay.
Let's actually, instead of the Airbnb, we're straight up getting one of those hotels on the beaches. I don't care.
Okay. That's lit. I'm with that. And
we stopped in the hotel, man. Remember? We stopped in the 5-star hotel.
Oh, El Hotel San Juan. We were chilling there. That was lit.
That was fun. Yeah.
That was lit because, like, you guys seeing it for the first time, me seeing it for, like, the whatever time, and you guys were like, what?
Loved it.
That was lit. I remember that. And, like, being in Isla Verde and the beaches, just chilling around there because we were in Carolina, so it was close. That was pretty lit.
Definitely.
It was pretty lit. Any last things you got to say about our college, like, fun college experience?
Like I said, just like music, I can go on hours with that stuff.
Yeah. I feel you. Hey, we'll definitely be talking on the podcast again. So, like we can continue on the conversation and things like that.
Yeah, next time we'll get, like, a large group together. We should get yeah, definitely. We should get a group together.
Yeah. Now to the last section of the podcast, my G. We got our we're gonna do top 5 cartoons of all time because we've been binge watching TV and everything. So we could either go your list, my list, or we can do like you go first, I go next, you go one. We take turns to say a show.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
No, I'll read through my list and then you go through yours.
All right.
Or you can go through for yours, and then I'll do mine. Whoever wants to go
first. It's up to you. I don't care. You can start if you want.
Okay. So cartoons. I mean, I have a lot of favorite TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I can go on and on about that too. But yeah, my favorite cartoons are Naruto. Yeah, I'm on that Naruto wave. So
I was younger, like on Nickelodeon. Was it Nickelodeon? I think it was Nickelodeon, or like Cartoon Network in the morning. They would play anime and things like that.
Yeah.
Naruto was my show. Honestly, I followed like the first season or two. I watched that religiously. That's the only ones I can remember.
I'm a little behind on the new series, like Boruto.
Okay.
Of Naruto, but I do gotta catch up on that. But yeah, I watched the whole first part and the Shippuden. Great series. But and also SpongeBob. I know you like SpongeBob too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a classic.
It's a classic. Me and my brother watched that. That's like our bonding show. If we ever need to like chill, like that's SpongeBob.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all the memes, all the jokes that you can pull from SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of episodes. It's a show that when I was younger, I've had on, whether I was in the room or outside the room, I've had it on constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
Mm-hmm.
And, South Park too. I know this isn't as much of a kid's show, but
hey, South Park is hilarious.
Great show. Especially that one series when what's the farm Randy has?
I'm trying to remember.
Integrity Farms. That series.
I can't remember, bro.
It's Integrity Farm. If you know, you know.
Okay.
Integrity Farms.
Because I watched South Park, but I haven't watched in an extent. But like the little bit I watched of South Park, hilarious, like nonstop laughter.
And then Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been watching that series since day one they've released it, like since the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I've loved it since. So, I mean, I've probably watched every episode of Rick and Morty multiple times.
I watched a couple. I watched some with y'all though. I remember sophomore year we were watching that.
Yeah, we'd have it on sophomore year in the pod all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And bringing it back a bit, Foster's Home, for Imaginary Friends.
Bro, that was one of my favorite shows when I was younger.
Yeah.
Bro, Schron and Anthony call me Cliff all the time. Big Wilt. That's his name, Wilt.
Fairly Odd Parents and Ed, and Eddie are also some classics.
Also, two classics. That's wow. I forgot about Fairly Odd Parents because that was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, from Fairly Odd Parents, yeah. But Plank from Ed, and Eddie.
Bro, me and Ann got a picture with Plank. You seen it, right?
That's great.
No, but you definitely have some classics on there.
Definitely some I enjoyed, but there's and then there's a lot of other TV shows like Ozark. Oh, and there's another song I want to mention. It's called Ooh La La.
Okay.
You'll see it. Just listen to it.
I'll check it out.
But like, great song.
Mm-hmm.
It was played at the end of like the most recent season of Ozark.
Is Ozark really good? Because I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but they say that it's a weird show.
No, it's not weird. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Okay.
Love the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one show that I don't know if you ever heard of it, because like Schron put me onto it, but then now recently I've started rewatching it with my girlfriend. Is pretty much, have you heard of Ash versus the Forces of Evil?
I've heard of that. I don't think I've seen it though.
It's on Netflix. Trust me.
It's called
like
what?
Ash versus the Forces of Evil.
Huh. What's it about?
So, if you want, I haven't watched it, but it's based off a movie that was like way beyond our time. Like they did a movie way back, and then like they brought it back for a show about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically this one guy that has a chainsaw for an arm is basically fighting off demons because he had a book and he summoned a bunch of demons accidentally.
Wait, I think I've seen a preview of that. I swear, I think I saw it.
It's on Netflix.
It was like on my recommended or something on Netflix, I think. Yeah.
And it's really funny.
I've never seen it. I gotta
really
check
funny,
it out.
trust me. Imagine like a demon zombie type movie where like it's gonna be gore or something like that, if you want to call it, but with like a funny production. So like they just go crazy. That you gotta watch it. Just know that you're gonna be like, nah, son.
Well, it's only recommended, so I guess they're recommending it for a reason.
Mm-hmm. But for me, have you ever seen the Spider-Man cartoon, the 1994 one?
I have not.
Bro,
I saw the movie where they're in like the multi-universe Spider-Man, where it's like a bunch of different.
I know what you mean. The newer one with the Hispanic black Spider-Man, the kid one. I forget his name.
I like
Miles. But no, so basically, Sean put me onto this because it's on Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus, so I'll be on there all the time. But, bro, you know how when you think of Spider-Man, like the first thing that comes to mind is like his sense of humor, how he's just like sarcastic and like he's funny.
Because he's young. Is he young in this cartoon too?
He's like a teenager. He's basically he's a college student, but he's like a young college student.
Interesting.
But bro, if you just want to laugh out loud nonstop when you're watching a Spider-Man cartoon, this is the one for you. Because like the humor's on point, and it's an actual good story. Because they basically grab the comic books and they turn it into a show.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I have to check that out. I wanted to watch. I know this. Anyway, keep going. Keep telling me your list. You'll get to it.
I got Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'll admit it. I don't care. I binge watched 3 seasons once it was on Netflix, and I finished it in 3 days.
I love that. I watched the movie, the live action movie.
The live action movie is nothing. They didn't
go all the way to where he learns all 4 elements, which pisses me off kind of. I'm like, I want to see him. Like he just learned water and air. I want to see earth and fire, man.
Well, that you gotta see the cartoon at the end of the end of it. But the reason it's on Netflix now, because Netflix wants to do the live show. So that's been in the works. Because when I binge watched it, I was like Googling and I was like, all right, what else is happening with this? So they're working. Netflix is working on the show.
I'd binge watch that show.
Yeah. Oh my God. So if it's Netflix, I have more faith on it because the movie wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing is, like, when I watch a show, I'm the type of person that if there's like a spinoff or a sequel or something that's out after it, I try to watch that. They have like for that, there's like the Legend of Korra. The reviews on it are mixed, but I can't find it anywhere. So I'm kind of just like, come on, bro, someone
I didn't
put
even
it
know there
up.
was something related to Avatar like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I didn't put it on my list, but since I mentioned Spider-Man cartoon, I'm gonna mention the Batman cartoon. Schron put me onto it too. There's like this one website like that I have on my PlayStation. So I just have the tab open on my PlayStation. It's like this like cartoon website that has all the episodes listed.
And you're not even able to find that sequel from the Avatar. What would you call it? What'd you call it? It was
It's on Amazon Prime, but you have to pay.
uh,
You have to pay for each episode.
dang.
So I was like, yeah, no, I'm a chill. I'm gonna wait for it because if Nickelodeon gave their rights to Netflix, somehow it will be on there somehow in the future, hopefully. But tracking back to the Batman one, so yeah, bro, it's actually pretty crazy because it's like the Spider-Man cartoon, but it's basically like Bruce Wayne and like the actual. It's basically the comics turned into a cartoon.
They've been doing that a lot recently. I feel like it's kind of interesting to get into because the comics are the best always.
Yeah.
I feel like, and you're able to actually do a lot of what the comics kind of portray. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
With
yeah.
animations.
I know what you mean.
That's
They
always
really try. They really try. They put the lines and everything. They just try.
another good spin-off from Batman is Gotham. If you ever got into
Awful. Bro, Schron's been binge watching that nonstop. I wanted to start it like from scratch and then just do it on my own time. So that's on my list to watch eventually.
hmm I watched the first season. I didn't get past that. I got busy, but yeah.
Because it's basically what happens to Batman before he becomes Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool to see that like whole perspective and everything.
How it all
But I've seen episodes like whenever Sean's watching, I'll be like, all right, so catch me up, what's happening? And like it's a good show. It's a really good show.
definitely. I like that show.
I got The Simpsons, my guy. The Simpsons.
Classic. They predict the future. That's what
They
it
predict the future. That was crazy.
is.
You see me wear my hoodie, the itchy and scratchy hoodie.
Yeah, actually, I think so.
Yeah. And that started because like when I went to Universal with my family, like there's a Simpsons area, and then like I'm really good at like the carnival games, like
Mhm.
whatever it is, and it doesn't take me that much. Like it's not to brag, but it's just like I'm good, I'm decent. So I
Mhm.
won this like scratchy, like plushie, and that's when I was like, I need something because like this is pretty iconic that I actually won it. So that's why I got the hoodie.
That's great. I love that. That's a great hoodie, honestly.
Mhm.
That's
But
a
yeah, I've
great
been a
show too.
Simpsons fan because like the Simpsons, you can just put it on. Don't matter what season or episode it is. They
I
really
just
don't.
feel like every time you put it on, there's a new episode that you haven't seen.
Hmm.
'Cause
Hmm.
how many episodes are there? Like, it's
I don't even know. That's a problem. I haven't even watched every episode, but I know I love it. It's on Hulu, so I actually tried like the start of quarantine. I tried binge watching it, but I just forgot to like go back into it. But I started with the first episode. It was a Christmas episode. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
the first episode is.
Yeah.
I guess
And
that's
like the second episode is like Bart Simpson's smart now, so he goes to this smart kid school. It's hilarious. Trust, this shit's hilarious. It is.
oh
I
wait,
have my bad, my bad.
go ahead, keep going. I'll wait till the end.
I was gonna say Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
That's what I wanted to mention earlier on, but I was like, I'll wait till you. I'm sure, yeah, you'll mention it, but yeah, I want to get into that so badly.
Have you watched any episodes or not?
I've watched like scenes on like a bunch of different scenes on YouTube, like the awesome
Okay,
fights. But
so
like
I'm gonna explain this. So you're a big Star Wars fan, and
I've seen every movie in order,
you've
yeah.
seen every movie. Okay,
Yeah. The
so you
movie,
know the movie number 2 and 3.
that's
Which
where
if I'm not mistaken, it's the Clone Wars and then Revenge of the Sith, right?
okay.
So the cartoon is what happens as soon as that movie ends, the Clone Wars. And
Yeah,
there's a movie that happens right after. There's a cartoon movie.
that's pretty awesome.
So like I never knew there was a cartoon movie, and I watched it and it explains how he gets the only thing I'm gonna tell you, Anakin has a Padawan. That's what I'm gonna tell you,
He has a what?
a Padawan.
Oh no.
That's the only thing I'll tell you. So in the movie
I'm
they
gonna
show
have to
you.
watch it.
They
Oh,
told you, Anakin, this is your Padawan. And he's like, wait, what? He's furious and whatever. So then in the show, it's like the journey of him, the Padawan, and Obi-Wan Kenobi through the Clone Wars, the whole war, basically. Because in the third movie, it's the end of the war that we see.
Mm-hmm.
And then the new season we mentioned before we recorded, that new season, is the perspective of the Padawan when everything starts to happen.
Wait, is he the guy that is really, 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 really like?
The
Because I see.
Padawan's a girl.
Oh, maybe not then.
It's so if you see like the trailers, like she's
I'm
probably
gonna
the first person that pops up in the picture.
Yeah, I want to get into it so badly. That's one of my next series. But I know there's so many episodes, so I'll have to find some time.
Yeah, but honestly, I started rewatching it just the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's amazing. It's
One of
just,
those shows you just gotta rewatch.
yeah. But yeah, that show I love it because it's perfect, bro. I'm not going front. It's better than half the movies they made.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up, it's better than half the movies. And what they do is that say like they do this one episode, but then they leave it at the cliffhanger. So like the next two episodes follow the whole like that whole war battle at that one planet, or like that whole story. So it's basically mini movies if you want to think about it like that.
Yeah. See, that's awesome. I like that. Then you don't get like when you're done, you're like, oh man, I have to wait 10 years for another movie. It's like, oh yeah, I got another episode.
It's crazy because the original show was like into the 2000s or the early 2010s. So this
Mhm.
new season they just did it now.
That's nice. It's perfect time. People are watching
The
TV.
animation's much better. So like the last season, you're definitely gonna see the difference in animation too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
lastly, I got regular show because it's one of my classics. I don't
Mhm.
know. It's
Yeah.
just it's one of those shows that you never know it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very random. I did watch a little bit of that. That was on Cartoon. That was on Cartoon
Cartoon
Network.
Network,
Yeah.
and it's on Hulu now.
Mhm. That's a great show. I mean, I watched it here and there. It was never one of those shows where it was like, it was on all the time. But like, if there's nothing on, I usually throw that on. My friend Mike always watched it, so
Yeah.
I watched it with him a lot.
Me and Schron and Ant were watching it for a little bit, like at the start of senior year, when we were just chilling, and we were like, "Nah, wait, you're telling me he's battling this person? Wait, what?" Like it's just crazy. It's just a crazy show.
Yeah, no, it's a funny one.
Hmm But that's it for me, really. That's all like my favorite shows.
Yeah, I wanted to mention on Hulu, you know Little Dicky, right?
Lil Dicky, he's got a new show. I haven't checked it though.
Dave, it's so funny.
Really?
Yeah, it's worth checking out. It's a
Okay.
good show. And he's getting renewed for another season, which is
Oh, that's
awesome.
lit. Lil
Yeah.
Dicky's now full on all over entertainer, not just artist. He's now
Yeah,
an
he's always
entertainer.
wanted to do stand up,
Yeah,
and then he fell into rap. But now look at him, he's doing funny
these
TV.
different shows. Yeah.
You know, I'm sure. Great
You
show.
got any last thoughts, Buckley, before we end the show?
No, I mean, this has been a pretty long podcast, so we'll save the rest for a possible another podcast. We'll see.
We gotta get all the troops together. We
Yeah, we
gotta
gotta
make sure we can get a squad. Because
Okay.
originally we were supposed to have Tyler on here, but Tyler's been doing Tyler, so
Yeah, he's MIA right now. I was gonna try and get him on here, but I think he's in New Hope or somewhere.
okay. All right.
But
But yeah, we'll definitely get the whole squad one day, and we'll do like a huge podcast.
that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. So, Mark, thank you so much. I appreciate the fact that you are in the podcast today. It was a pleasure talking to you, my home.
Pleasure talking to you, man. It's good catching up and being able to be on here.
Mm-hmm. Now, to
Good
the
luck
people
with
listening,
your endeavors.
hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it because I'm really trying to see how this podcast can go for me in the future.
I think it'll work out if you stay consistent. I think it'll be great.
Thank
These
you, man.
are great. These are fun. They're
Thank
fun to be on, I think. But yeah, no. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So, to the people listening or watching, whether it's SoundCloud or YouTube, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. And peace out.